Hello, everybody, and welcome in for another episode of Beyond the Orange, brought to you by the great people at Knoxville Smiles. Coming up tonight on the show, we have one of Tennessee's most important players, offensive guard Wendell Moy. Wendell, you make the transition from Arizona to Tennessee. What made Tennessee feel right? You came here on a visit. It was cold and windy and all those things. But what made you feel like Tennessee was the best spot for you?
First and foremost, I just wanted to play at this level. I feel like I can compete with anybody, anytime, anywhere. And like when I came on my visit, I was able to meet the offensive line room, and I just liked the energy everybody had. So that was one of my main things. And then just meeting the coaches and everything, like it was a really good environment. And I feel like I could just get better as a person and a football player.
We talked at the airport on your way out of town. When did you know? Did you know when you talked to me, or did you go back home and figure it out?
I didn't. It was still up in the air for me. I didn't know if I wanted to do more visits or, talk to more people. But once I got home, I just realized how tired I was. From going places. And I'm like, I'm just making my decision. So, I was praying about it. And then me and my parents went to go eat with the family. And then I just decided to commit over the dinner and everything. Just talking about everything, getting everything out.
When you got here, you arrived at a certain weight, which was what? And now what do you weigh? Because I feel like you trimmed up quite a bit from
I don't think I've lost any weight. When I first came here, I was like 335, and I'm still 330, but I feel like I care more about my diet and everything.
There you go. You weigh the same, but the body's reshaped.
Yeah,
that's the best way to put it. Yeah. Like you slim down, but you still weigh the same.
Yeah,
put on muscle.
I focused on that for the off season, because I just want to change my habits and everything and prepare for the next level.
What habits did you have, and what habits do you have now?
Before, I feel like I procrastinated a lot about, my diet and stuff, and I got lazy. I went to the easy options, and now I'm like try to look for the better options and like dietary options or food stuff, I guess. But yeah.
What have you found here at Tennessee that you really enjoy? It feels like you really kind of bought in, like to the SEC, to the kneeling, to wearing orange and white, and all those type of things. What have you found?
I really haven't been around. I haven't been searching for anything, just playing football. So I found that I like football a lot more. Playing football is fun with these guys, especially our coaching staff, believing in us and everything. But I feel like I'm finding that joy for football, and it's just like exploding like a lot more than it has the last few years.
Where's the joy come from?
Teammates and touchdowns. Both of those are pretty cool.
So winning, scoring points, those type of things. When you make a big block and spring a running back or protect Joey and he's able to deliver a big touchdown pass, do you feel it just as much as those guys that catch the ball or run it across the goal line?
The first thing, whenever we score, I say, thank goodness. I'm happy we got it in. The next thing, I'm thinking about, all right, what's the fastest pass to the sideline? And then, I'll go straight jog. I'll make my little curve, especially if it's a big play like that. But that's pretty much it.
You say you like these players, the offensive line room. You found that on your visit, and you really jive with them. Is there anything in specific that you like about this group of guys? Like, from a football perspective or just like a relationship perspective?
I like our offensive line room is very outspoken, and like they don't care who you are, how famous you are, how big you are. Like you're a person, and like you got to treat everyone with that same respect. But at the same time, like enjoy being around each other. You can make fun of each other. It's all right, and you can give it back too. And like just having that in the room, it's just been good for us.
Do you feel like that, you talk about holding guys accountable. Do you see that more and more, whether it's Lance holding you accountable or you holding David Sanders accountable or Jesse Perry holding, Sam Pendleton accountable, all those type of things? Is that what you're talking about when you say that, that they don't care to, call out the guy whether you know how big you are or small you are?
Yeah. And not even that. I feel like how big you are, like we take accountability over it too. it's not like we just let it go by if anything bad goes on in the room. Like, we take ownership over it, and like we try to forget it, but at the same time learn off of it.
I believe you addressed, some of the players after the Georgia game, right? In the locker room. I think you felt, compelled to do that. Could you have done that a year ago?
I don't think I could have. Not just because I was more to myself. I didn't really buy into the team as much as I should have. And now that I feel like I'm in that senior role, I feel like my voice needs to be heard in times of need, when it feels right, especially after a game like that, when it comes down to how close it was.
Have you surprised yourself with your ability to do that?
No, I've always been able to do that. It's just like sometimes I don't feel the need to. It's more of if it feels right, I'll go with it. But like a lot of times I just sit back and just let it unfold.
In practice, are you a big practice guy?
Yeah. If you were asking me that in high school, that would have been a whole different conversation. But ever since I've come to college, I've bought into practice. Practice is important, not only because it gets you ready for the game, but like it builds those habits that you need for the game, especially when you're trying to strain for a block. And how are you going to strain for a block if you don't practice? You don't really get that feel for it.
How big was spring practice for you to kind of get accustomed to the players you're playing with, to learn the habits of being an offensive lineman here versus at Arizona, those type of things?
Spring, summer, winter, everything was trying to learn the offense, know as much as possible, know like if the defense changes, like what do you have to do? Because we run our plays so fast, we're trying to push the ball, go score fast, and just keep trying to keep up that tempo. So, having to go fast, you also have to think fast. So everything for me started in the meeting room. Like I have to learn the plays, I have to learn the amount of plays we have, and at some point it just came natural.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk more with Wendell about the big leap into the stands just a few weeks ago after a big touchdown. He found himself doing, I won't call it the Lambo leap, but it was certainly spectacular for a guy his size to get up into the stands like that. We'll talk about that next on Beyond the Orange.
Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair is proud to be celebrating 70 years of serving East Tennessee. That's 70 years of old school customer service, trustworthy auto repair, and of course, great deals on tires. Each one of our 5 convenient East Tennessee locations feature family-friendly waiting areas, and you can schedule appointments and search for tires right on our website at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown values. For 70 years and counting, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
A beacon of hope in a world of high prices. Look to the skies, Knoxville. Super savings is here. Right now, get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select models, plus 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance during our Super Summer Sales event.
And don't forget about back-to-school service savings on mobile, pickup, and delivery.
Come see the Super Dealer today at either Ted Russell Ford location.
What's the #1 home improvement project you could do for your house? Install an Aqua Clear water system. If you see one of our blue and green trucks coming down the road, we're on our way to help another Tennessee family get better water. You owe it to yourself and your family to find out why 18,000 Tennessee homeowners have made the switch to Aqua Clear water systems. For your free water test and estimate, scan the QR code on the screen. We'll change your water. It'll change your life.
Hi, I'm Matt Marshall with Exterior Home Solutions.
Hi, I'm Dustin Woodson, also with Exterior Home Solutions.
We are now easier than ever to find, right off of I-75 and Merchants Road.
It's a new location, but the same trusted expertise in roofing and siding that you've come to trust over the past 25 years.
Local quality craftsmanship, licensed and insured.
For the best and most trusted name in roofing and siding, scan the QR code on your screen.
Exterior Home Solutions, when it has to be the best.
Beyond the Orange is brought to you by the great people at Knoxville Smiles. What makes you smile, Wendell?
Food, my family. That's pretty much good.
Food and family.
Food and family.
Well, we talked about the dietary stuff early. like what food is your go-to? And is there a go-to that like when you go back
Straight up,
home?
every plate, like lunch and dinner, straight broccoli, because that's the only vegetable like I can manage, that's tolerable to me. So ever since I've been in Tennessee, like broccoli's been on my plate.
How important is your family to you?
They're about, like, I have a lot to say about them, but I really can't put into words. But when they're like everything, when I say they're everything, like I think about them every day.
How often do you talk to them on the phone? 'Cause, I mean, you're 3,000 miles away or 2,500 miles away. You know what?
Oh, I'm horrible on the phone. I can't handle text messages or phone call for anything just because of the football season, and
Sure.
I just don't want to think about anything else. So usually I call my mom after games, and then for my siblings, you know, whenever they're trying to play like on the video game or something, like they'll hit me up.
And do you talk on there? Do you have a headset and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've talked to enough of you guys where you're on a headset playing Call of Duty or whatever, you know, in Madden or whatever. You did the big leap into the stands after the one touchdown. Why? Take me through that.
So during the game, we're scoring and everything. It was all cool. But this is the first game my grandma has been to as a volunteer. And I really wanted to make it special for her. And I was thinking like, oh, what do I do to, I can't throw up any signs or anything because she wouldn't understand. So about like the fourth or fifth touchdown in, going into the family section, I decided like, oh, I'm gonna jump into the stands if we score. And like the second we scored, I was in the bottom of the pit, so you wouldn't even see me get up and try to run over to the stands. But I got up real fast. All my teammates were running to the sideline, and I just see my parents, my grandma and my mom. I run straight over to them and, you know, just jump on the wall, be like, this is our moment, not just me. Like, it's not just me on the field. Like, I think about my family all the time.
What did you like? Do you think the people in the stands like realized what was about to happen? And did you even think about like when you're jumping, like did you see people's face like whoa? Because you don't see that a whole lot.
It was funny because like after the game, the first thing my mom tells me is the guy in front of her, who was that? Why did he do that? And my mom's sitting right behind him like, oh, that's my son. And I feel like that's her favorite thing to say because she's always like representing me
Sure.
and like putting me out there.
Grandmas are the best.
Yeah,
they really are, man.
I hope she enjoyed her time because like I don't know if she'll come back.
Well, made it a special moment though.
Yeah.
Did she understand it was for her? Like, did you tell her after the game?
No, she was just super excited. You know, in the moment, like stuff like that don't happen too much. So
Sure.
she just enjoyed it.
Now, does Grandma make something? We talk about the food. Is there a Grandma dish that you look forward to when you go back
my
home?
grandma makes these half moon pies where it's like it's full crust like a calzone, and she puts like pineapple filling in there, and like everybody loves those. So every time she makes those, I enjoy those too.
Well, she comes back for a game. Grandma, gotta hook us up. We need some of those, right?
I hope she'll come back.
Well, we'll see. Never know. Where do you feel like that you've improved the most over the course of getting to college through Arizona to right now?
That's a big one. I feel like I'm more in the moment. I don't linger too long in the past, and I don't think too far in the future. And I enjoy like the moment, the day-to-day things, the little things, because I feel like enjoying that makes the big things even better.
What are you enjoying here?
You know, going to practice, eating lunch, eating breakfast, watching film after practice, getting treatment and stuff, and all that just to go home and chill.
So many big-time players. Peyton Manning was notorious for this, whether it be through Max or Hawk or Frage and his love of those players, or people like Danny Burnley and the ticket office. And there's been a lot of players like that. Al Wilson was the same way when he played here, that really look forward to some of the support staff people. Like, you know, are those moments in the training room with some of the trainers or you know, in Smokies with, you know, a guy that's, you know, cooking the food down there. Are those some of the moments you're referencing more so than just like necessarily like moments with teammates? Because you get different people you deal with every day in all the aspects of the building.
I think that goes back to me just being non-vocal and stuff. Like, I kind of just keep to myself and stuff. But, I try to talk to people sometimes.
Do you feel like you've come out of your shell more? I know we talked about on the field you have, but in the building, I mean, like, when from start to now, I mean, do you feel like when you see people, whether it be somebody like me or whoever, I feel like you're a little more like, hey, more than maybe you were when you first got here, because I think you understand who we are more now.
Yeah, I try to at least smile and say hi. I don't want to just be like, oh, I don't know you, and just walk away.
And Brent Hubbs is always like, we almost got a smile out of you, Wendell, and then you grin and. All those things. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk more about his path to the NFL, what could be next for Wendell Moy. We'll talk about it next on Beyond the Orange.
Brought to you by Food City. It's the Ask Coach Heupel Show.
Hello, and welcome to Ask Coach Heupel. I'm your host, Josh Heupel. Brent writes, Coach, know any good dad jokes? Hey Brent, thanks for asking. Why is grilling so great in Knoxville? Because the Vols always bring the heat. This has been Ask Coach Heupel, brought to you by Food City, the official tailgating headquarters of the Vols.
And extra glass. Attention drives connection. Tell your story well. GoPopFizz.com/vol.
Knoxville Smiles depend on us to make your smile better. Knoxville Smiles, are you happy with your smile today? Knoxville Smiles, we're all about smiles.
Hey Lance, what makes you smile?
Pancake blocks.
The Volunteer Club is your all-access pass to the heartbeat of Tennessee athletics. Ride the orange wave to private events, limited edition merchandise, gifts, and more featuring your favorite UT athletes. Fuel the tradition, celebrate the wins, and stand shoulder to shoulder with the Volunteer family. The Volunteer Club is the home of the most passionate volume fans. Join us today.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you, and that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm.
Everybody ready? Attention drives connection. Tell your story well. GoPopFizz.com/vol.
One of the proud presenting sponsors is Garza Law. Their motto, let us help. Who's helped you out the most to get you where you are today, Wendell?
I have my uncle. His name's Marcus Falanai, and he's kind of been like the backbone of everything I've done. When it comes to talking to colleges and when it comes to talking to agents and stuff, he's like helped me out through that whole process, because it was difficult for my mom. She had like a lot on her plate, and he experienced in the football background. He's been a coach for like 20 years, so he kind of knows the ins and outs of everything, and it was just good to have him for me.
What do you what have you learned most about playing right guard versus left guard? I know you played a lot of left guard last year, then Tennessee's right guard the first month of the season here. Do you feel like you've kind of mastered both at this point?
I wouldn't say I've mastered. I've gotten, I think, pretty good at both. And I haven't really learned anything like the positions are the same, but main thing that probably got enforced was communication, constantly talking to my center, to my tackle, knowing we're always on the same page, and try to like trust in one another to like know what we got to do.
You talk about talking to your center, Sam. He was out with us, just a week ago. He's a guy who came in at the same time you did. So has it become easy to become close with somebody like that transferred in just like you did, similar age, has went through similar instances like you have?
Sam's a great guy. So it was kind of easy to connect with him.
Is he? You ever look at Sam and just think he seems older than he is?
He do got that old soul feel, especially when he's playing music inside our meeting room. So I feel that.
How does that work? Does somebody specifically get to pick the music, or is that just like whoever's in there first?
Sometimes we'll go for a meeting. We'll go down the line, on the players, and after that it's who's ever in there first that connects.
Who in the offensive line room has had an impact on you?
I'd say our young offensive lineman. He just came in here, and I see because he just came into college.
Ogamoro.
Yeah, he's having that transition period, and it's hard for things to click right now. But I feel like once you get that click, I feel like I've had that click since I've been here. You just become a better player overall.
Now he's Micronesian. You're Polynesian.
Yes.
Just a little bit of difference there, but at the same time, similar cultures in a lot of ways.
That Pacific power,
Yeah, I understand that. How much better do you think you can be? Because you talk to the coaches and they talk about how just freaky twitchy you are for a guy that's 330 pounds. Like the stuff you can do and the explosiveness you have is really, I think, caught everybody's eye in the building over there. How much more do you feel like you can improve?
There's always going to be things you can improve on. For me, if I, specifically pad level, I'm tall. Or I'm not tall, but I play big.
Sure.
So it helps me out. And pad level and probably my hands, sticking onto people when I should.
Tennessee's had a history of Polynesian kids, whether it be Jesse Mahalona, Albert Toina, JT Mapu, obviously Jackson Moy's been here. Now you're here. All linemen. What makes the Polynesians such good linemen?
Oh, we got dense bones. I'm told we have dense bones a lot, so that probably helps. But I don't know, man. It just comes natural.
You weigh 330. I don't know. I'm sure it doesn't resonate with you. It resonated with me when I met you at the airport, and you told me how much you weigh. I said, "There's no way that you weigh that much. You don't look it. You look like you weigh 275."
Yeah, when I say dense bones, I feel like we hold the weight differently. So I may not look.
Yeah, you hold it better. I don't hold it. It just hangs for me. You look like you weigh 250. You look like you weigh less than I do.
Oh no, I'm bigger.
A lot better. What did Coach Ellerby and his relationship with you mean to you?
Ellerby's. I feel like he's religious, and I like whenever he has those talks with us because he's not only trying to make us good football players, but overall good people. And whenever it comes to those talks, I dial in, pay attention because I feel like it can help me in the future. Cause coming from a guy with such experience in football and in life,
so you're what you're saying is when things get real, you get quiet and get focused. It's
I'm
okay.
always quiet and focused. It's just.
But you get more dialed in, though. Yeah. You enjoy those moments.
Yeah.
You do you look forward to those moments when it's more of a kind of a serious thing?
Not really. It's kind of just when it comes around. But if it does, I will.
To be able to go and play in the NFL, what would that mean to you?
I feel like one of my goals in life will be accomplished. Having that kid in me always saying, "Oh, we're gonna go to the NFL," and kind of just happy that I believed in myself throughout the whole process.
Growing up, were you a fan of any particular NFL team? I mean, you're LA kids. I mean, are we Rams, Chargers, or no?
Man, coming to the NFL, I was like a bandwagon. I was a Rams fan, then I went to the Buccaneers, then I was a Raiders fan for a little bit, and then my dad, he got so mad one time. He said, "We're not rooting for anybody else, just LA." And he kind of got in that dad tone with me, kind of disciplined me a little bit. It's LA only because that's where we're from. So I just support LA teams for everything: baseball, hockey, basketball.
Clippers or Lakers?
Lakers.
I figured, but you never know. I mean, it's like asking somebody in the Mets or Yankees. Occasionally, you get a Mets. All right, when we come back, we'll have the Food City flashback. We'll take you back to play number 1 in 1995.
A beacon of hope in a world of high prices. Look to the skies, Knoxville. Super savings is here. Right now, get 0% APR, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on select models, plus 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance during our Super Summer Sales event.
And don't forget about back-to-school service savings on mobile, pickup, and delivery.
Come see the super dealer today at either Ted Russell Ford location.
To pay for stuff, spending. I do not know. Babe, candy. Spend me. Use me to buy stuff.
It's never too early to learn more about personal finance. At Hearthside Bank, we work closely with our community to help meet your goals and achieve your financial dreams. Hearthside Bank, always within reach. Member FDIC.
I had a stroke, did a year and a half in therapy, and got to the point where I have maxed out at my reading level and physical abilities. So I had to quit my job. When I got the letter from Social Security, they were denying me of Social Security benefits. That's when I went to the Garza Law Firm and took them on as my attorneys to get it done for me. What I loved the most about the Garza Law Firm was their integrity and just their knowledge of the laws, always calling to check on me. Come see the Garza Law Firm and let them get it done for you.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Brought to you by Food City. It's the Ask Coach Heupel Show.
Hello, and welcome to Ask Coach Heupel. I'm your host, Josh Heupel. Glenn asks, Coach, how does one join the Vol Navy? It's a great question. Well, Glenn, you don't necessarily need a boat. You need a friend with a boat. Always arrive with beef, fresh cut by a Food City butcher, and you'll be welcomed aboard. This has been Ask Coach Heupel. With me, Coach Heupel.
This week's Food City Flashback takes us back to play number 1 in 1995. Peyton Manning to Joey Kent, and all he did was score. The Vols rout Alabama on their way to a 41-14 win down in Birmingham, a huge win that ended the streak for the Tide, started a new streak for Tennessee. To finish this year, Wendell, the way you want to finish it, the way this team wants to finish it, what has to happen?
We got to trust each other, trust the coaches, and enjoy the process.
What do you like about the way this offense has been clicking?
I like how we're able to move the ball at a fast tempo, and we're able to get to the ball and snap it fast.
That tempo, you obviously heard about it before you got here. Is it faster than you thought it'd be, about what you thought it'd be? What's it been like to play in?
It's what I thought it'd be, like run a play, sprint to the ball, run another play. Like when I heard tempo, I was like, I pictured this is what it would be like.
How much fun is it to play in, especially when you get things rolling downhill and things are going well and the defense is on their heels?
I would say it is super fun because, if you, coming from an offensive lineman, if you see a tired defensive lineman in front of you, like you're taking advantage of that all day. So when that time comes, just take your opportunity and go hit somebody.
Lastly, the Tennessee traditions, running through the tee, Vol walk, all those things. How much have you enjoyed those?
It's different for sure, especially running out and you just see Neyland Stadium just filled. So that was like very special. And, the tee, I haven't even I don't know how to say it, but running out of the tee is special to me. And it just it's kind of emotional running out of the tee, oh yeah, it's game time, and it is.
Well, this guy right here plays with a lot of emotion. He is one of Tennessee's key contributors, especially on the offensive line. Wendell, we appreciate you going beyond the orange, okay?
All right, thank you for having me.